CIT, the Center for Indigenous Theatre, is a 3-year training institute for Indigenous students. The students start from the beginning in year 1, and each year of training builds off of the first year, and then the second year, and then third year. We also offer 4th year training to graduates, and that 4th year training is often built from creative energy juices that build up over the last 3 years. New plays are being written, video dramas are being created.
CIT means inspiration. I see a lot of people come through the program who are at first very shy, and as they go through the terms and years, they become more and more solidified in who they will be as an Indigenous artist. When people come here from small communities, reservations, towns, cities, they are engulfed into a different world. I strongly believe that Toronto is its own world.
What CIT has let me do is be in a situation, a place where there's a lot of things I don't have to think about, so I can think about the things I want to think about. And hearing the stories and working with the other students, the Indigenous students. I have like 26 years of formal education, and there was never another Indigenous person with me in any of those times. We are incredible people. We really are. And we have been holding ourselves to the standard of mediocrity that is the colonizer for a very, very long time now. And we don't have to anymore.
CIT is a place where I feel like I can really express myself, artistically. I often feel like it's like an escape of mine because I feel like I can't really create the ways I can at CIT anywhere else. So I feel like it's really helped me just bring out my creative side and my voice as an artist. Here, they kind of just make you do it, and they just make you get into it like you don't really have a choice. So I've just gotten used to it, and I've gotten to really play around with it.
While being here at CIT, I've learned to not be so closed off, and you really do have to put yourself out there. The teachers will literally force it out of you if you want to be, scared or not want to do a scene. They will work with you, and I think that's what I would say most that I've learned is just coming out of your comfort zone, and it'll only help you in the end. Expand your knowledge, expand your talents, then take that leap of faith and, give it a shot. Who knows?
No matter what theater school you're in, it's such hard work. There's lots of exploration, lots of investigation. There's a lot of self-exploration. Please come and check us out. We have so much to offer. There's a lot of Indigenous programming happening in Ontario that we are part of, and we welcome you to come and take part in those things with us. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do this work. Miigwech.
Bonjour, Bidwa a Gijgokwe Dishnakaz, Megazed Do Dem. We are grateful to live and work and learn on this land and acknowledge the traditional caretakers of this land, the Huron-Wendat, the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Anishinaabe. Chimigwech caretakers, Chimigwech Kakamekwe.
Welcome to Center for Indigenous Theatre's program info session. I'm Dane.
And I'm Colby. We are current students at CIT. Miigwech for joining us.
I'm Pearl. Today we'll answer your questions about our school and how you can join our classes. Have you thought about pursuing a career in the arts? Please share your stories and comments in the comments below.
We'll start with some of our history of CIT, show you what the program and school year may look like, as well as how to apply and get it into the program.
During our short time today, you will also get to view a clip from our last story creation showcase titled Indigenous Creatures, as well as a special guest interview, so stay tuned for those clips. Our program at CIT is a post-secondary program that provides training in acting, voice, and movement. We offer cultural classes that are focused on dance, song, and oral history. We partner with communities across and organizations across Canada that we will share different experiences with throughout the year. Each year, we plan land-based teachings with the Bajmajik, storytellers of Manitowoc, Anamatagsy, and Nipissing First Nation.
Now, here's a clip from one of our showcases.
It's June or July. I'm 16 years old. Summertime on a Saturday morning. My mom asks me to go and help with Granny and Grandpa's fishing derby. I say yes because I was trying to stay away from trouble. On my grandpa's island, the adults were eating and chatting. The kids were swimming and laughing. I'm worried about the kids, so I'll go watch them. About 10 minutes into watching them swim, I decide I'll go get some food and come back. I'm walking past all the boats that are tied up to the rocks on the island. As I'm walking past the boats and halfway to where the food was, I look. In between the boats, I see I rush in and grab her. She was really below the surface of the water. The boats were hiding her. What if I said no?
Here's the outline of our current school year. Classes typically start in September. We begin with an orientation period of CIT in Toronto. Students are then enrolled into full-time training with a winter and spring break in between studies.
That may leave you wondering what your class schedule might look like during the school year. Here's an example.
Classes are typically in person, but may be online in some cases. You have a variety of classes at CIT throughout the year, such as dance, voice, physical theater, singing, and story creation. You will be on your feet and expected to be actively participating in all classes, although accommodations can always be made. You can address any access concerns or needs to educators or staff.
It's now time for an exclusive CIT interview.
My name is Colby Fox. I'm from Onion Lake, Saskatchewan. I am 24 years old and I'm a first year here at CIT.
My name is Dane Dillon. I'm in Lake Saskatchewan as well. First year and I'm 21 years old. What made me want to come to school was I always wanted to become an actor, even if it was just in the theater field. And when my friend Keen told me about CIT, I was very excited. I did not know it was theater school at first. I thought I was coming for dancing school. I'm glad I came out here. A lot of new opportunities, but still a big culture shock.
always been an athlete, always had a love for film, movies, and acting in general. So it was more so seeing if I would fit in. And coming to CIT, I had friends here who I grew up with, so that helped a lot. Coming to the city of Toronto was a little nerve-wracking, I'll admit, but once you settle in, it's pretty much good. You have a lot of fun. Here, being at the school, you learn so much. It's had a blast so far. I like how it is here. It's like a family. How welcoming the school was. Like coming into school, my very first day, I'll admit I was nervous. I was thinking I was just gonna be not ignored in a way, but more so felt like I was gonna be in a shell and just sort of hiding away to the side. But literally once I stepped in through the doors, it was, hello, nice to meet you. And being in a studio with so much creative people and talented people, honestly, it motivates you almost every day. And just like I mentioned before, just like that family feeling. Everyone's connected, and if you need a question asked, you pretty much just go and ask someone and you get an answer.
I really like the teachers. They're very nice. They're welcoming. They're not too hard on you if you mess something up. They'll try to explain in the best way they can. When it came to the curriculum though, first thing that stood out for me was stage combat. I did not know that came with theater, so it was pretty fun to learn how to be punched without being punched. Coming to school here, you actually find stuff that you never really learned that you had, and it brings you out of your shell more.
Honestly, just expect a lot of fun. Coming to the city, you learn so much in the school, and it becomes like a second job. It's very fun. You challenge yourself almost every day, which I like to do. Honestly, if you do decide to come here, just give it your all and have a lot of fun. Don't be afraid. It's one thing that held me back for a couple of years, and I'm glad I took the chance to come out here.
To all the people that are considering coming to the school, please do. You're gonna learn a lot about yourself that you never even knew was there in the first place.
Inspired to apply yet? Let us know in the comments. Requirements needed to apply for Center for Indigenous Theatre are: you must identify as a First Nations, Métis, or Inuit. You must be 18 years of age or older. You need a grade 10 English level or higher. Have an interest in performing arts, movement, voice, and dance, as well as an interest in exploring Indigenous culture and knowledge.
Now that we've gone over requirements, here are important documents that you must submit when applying to the Center for Indigenous Theatre. They include
an updated resume, a 500-word essay expressing your interest in the theater and coming to CIT, 2 references that can vouch for your interest in theater, a photocopy of your health card, and an audition doing video of you doing some script work.
To help you out with your audition, we've created a how-to video. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Sam Twin. I'm a 4th-year student here at Center for Indigenous Theatre.
Hi, I'm Teresa Cutneff, and I'm also a 4th-year student at the Center for Indigenous Theatre.
We'll give you some tips and tricks on how to do your monologues and get them sent into CIT.
Yes, so first find an age-appropriate monologue for yourself. Use something from the Indigenous canon, something like from Thompson Highway, Drew Hayden Taylor, Kenneth T. Williams. Do you have any more?
Keith Barker, Alanis King. And if you have any troubles finding anything like that, you could email CIT and we'll provide you with a monologue.
So Sam, what did you do for your audition into CIT?
I did Isaac from Thunderstick by Kenneth Williams. What about you? What did you do?
I was sent a collection of different story pieces from Coyote City. What to wear? Wear something simple, neutral colors, something that you're comfortable and confident in.
Yep. And you know, there's not really a time limit for it, but it should be around 3 minutes.
If you have any other skills that you want to show, like singing, dancing, hand drumming, anything and everything, feel free to submit it. But you do have to have a monologue.
Unless, of course, you're a storyteller and you have a story, then you could submit that instead of the monologue, but no accents, please.
And the most important thing is to have fun and If you stumble, that's okay.
Yep.
You can do it over and over as many times as you feel. Have any other difficulties like doing your monologue or audition?
Probably the hardest part was memorizing it all, and I had somebody film it for me. I did not know that it was best to film it with a neutral background, so I filmed it just in a living room, and there was a lot of things in the background, but it worked out. And you don't need a professional camera. We're doing this on an iPhone 10. You can stack it up on some books or put it on a table, whatever you got to do. As long as it's capturing basically from half of your torso up so we can see your shoulders and your head. You could have a relative or somebody hold the camera for you, and you could just send that into CIT.
Have fun.
There are ongoing requirements in order to remain in the program. Want to know what it takes to be a CIT graduate?
You are expected to be on time and present for all classes, and you must actively be looking for funding while you attend your studies. Tuition costs each year are $3,750.
Before you go, we would like to mention that there are alternate funding options if you are unable to receive financial support from your band. There are other organizations that you can submit applications to for funding. These include, but are not limited to, Indispire Foundation, Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation, Métis Nation of Ontario, Canada Post, Mississaugas of the Credit, other local organizations.
If you are in need of funding application assistance, contact us at the Center for Indigenous Theatre. We are accepting applications for our full-time program as well as summer intensive now. Reminder, no student has ever been turned away due to the lack of funding.
Please make sure to follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook to stay updated on CIT news and updates. Also, check out our website at indigenoustheatre.com.
We would also like to thank you, our funders. With the generous support, we are able to provide school for our students. The Department of Canadian Heritage, the Ontario Arts Council, the Toronto Arts Council, Measway Beak Aboriginal Employment and Training, Hastings Park Foundations of Rights and Freedoms, McLean Smith's Family Foundation, and Ontario Arts Foundation.
Thank you for attending CIT's program info session. Also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and we will get back to you.
See you all soon.